All right, welcome back everybody to KnowItAllDM Entertainment. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing all right, hanging out playing Star Salvage. And as you guys may notice, I have a new suit of armor. I have crafted the medium scrapper armor, turning my light armor into medium armor. And I have the the Survival Augment 2 is online and going. And I've noticed that when I'm not moving around, running around and whatnot, that my food tends to hover at about the same rate. So it goes down as I move and do things, but when I'm not doing a whole lot, when I'm just walking around, such as building this magnificent hover vessel, it didn't tend, it would tend to go down and come back up to about the same rate. Overall, it was still dropping, but it would go up and down below the threshold for the well-fed buff. So the little well-fed buff that's in the corner kept going away, and then they come back, then it go away. And I noticed it was slowly going away for longer and longer. Like, it was longer between the times that it would pop up and tell me that I had the well-fed buff. So, it is slowly going down, even if I'm just walking around doing basic things. But it's definitely, even if I stand still, it's not going to fully recharge or anything. So here is my pre-designed hover vessel. You guys saw me start off with the bottom portion of it and the sort of bottom front portion of it, and I went ahead and did the rest off camera. The top part is the top front is combat steel, the top back is hardened steel, and the bottom below the level of the thrusters is regular steel. The ones at the level of the thrusters, the front is combat, the back is hardened, except for, of course, where the thrusters are. So inside, we've got the small engineering rear section. The generators are back there, and then I've got a couple up here. So I've got generators all throughout, so even if one or two sides get blown out, it's not going to make a big difference. The core is here. Back behind this is a tier 2 CPU extender that I got off of one of these hover vessels back over here. I think it was this one here. Had a tier 2 CPU extender on it. And so I picked that up and came over here and put that on here. All this is just plastic blocks with the combat steel back and regular steel down at the bottom. And then I've got repositories over here. I've got a ammo repository and a harvest repository. This harvest repository is the input here, and the ammo repository is the output. The ammo repository is 5,828, and this one is 5,570. And then up here, we've got a storage repository with 3,500, and we've got one here, just 500. In addition, we've got these two, and then we've got our medical facility over here with our emergency teleporter, medical bay, oxygen station, and our cargo for medical cargo. That's where I'm going to be keeping. I could have swore I had put more oxygen in here already, but apparently not. Okay. While I was working on things, I did make up that in here. There's And that would, yeah. So I made some oxygen bottles for the large O2 bottles. You make these as a medic by turning these into these to save mass and volume. It's the same amount because these are 50 each, and it takes 5 to turn into 250 oxygen. So it's the same amount of oxygen, but you'll notice like the mass is 5, so that would be 25 kilograms, and it's only 12 kilograms, so it's half the mass. And then the volume, 3.75 times 5 is what, almost 20, and this is 10. So it's about half the mass and volume, turning them into the large oxygen bottle. Unfortunately, that means that the large oxygen bottles do not fit perfectly in the oxygen tanks. But I've got plenty of oxygen tanks, so it's not going to matter as much. And of course, you've got the cockpit up here. The lights and everything are motion censored, so you don't have to worry about any signals or switches in there. And I've got the thing designed so that if the ramp accidentally does that, you can just come up to it and jump, and it'll bring you right in, because there's this little lip up at the top that you jump, hit your head, and just walk right on in. So even if the ramp doesn't do what it's supposed to, you can get in relatively. And that's pretty much it for the hover vessel. I've got a lot of room for expanding it, but right now it is right under. It is 25 CPU points from going over its tier 2. So it should act as our mobile base. And with this, I really am not going to need to put a clone station or a emergency teleporter at the base here, because anytime I'm here, this will be here. So I can always teleport back to here wherever I go with it. So let's take her out for a spin. Let's go ahead over here. We've got our armor locker and the refrigerators. Let us junk salvage, fridge. Okay. And I'll just leave the rest of that there. All right. Before I forget, I keep forgetting which side is which of the base. Before I forget, what would it take to make another augment? More medical components and pentaxid. I've got the pentaxid. The engineering scrap and components are what's going to be the issue. I have exploratory, military, engineering scrap. I used all the engineering scrap to make some of these, I believe. So let me just put. Hold on. Where did I transferred them from here into something, and I don't know what it was. Oh, I put them in the fridge. I put them where I was trying to put them, which is why when I opened. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm gonna need to get more medical scrap and engineering scrap. The medical scrap I can buy, and I've got 13,000 credits for selling stuff, so I can buy plenty of medical scrap. What I'm gonna need is what I'm gonna need, well, I can go ahead and make the vegetable thing now. Finish picking these, then I'll finish my other train of thought. My brain doesn't work that way where I can do multiple things at a time. Okay. I know it's going to end up making 4 altogether, but that's fine. I'll have an extra. Not an engineer, so I can't actually unlock that. I do like being able to unlock these as engineering, but that's going to be a while till I need it. So I'm going to take exploration as my next one, and then engineering, and then combat. One nice thing about medical is that I can unlock these, and this is where most of my medical scrap went, was turning them into components for these 3 things. But it's worth it. It's really worth it. I do wish that I could put a turret on here. I just don't have the CPU for it, and unfortunately, it's going to be a while till I can get the CPU for it, because I'm going to have to find a place to... I'm going to have to scavenge them. And they aren't on this planet. There are some, I think, with higher CPUs and whatnot on other planets outside of the system. But Star Salvage is really made to be limiting within the starter system. There's only tier 1 CPU within the starter system, except for on the quarantine planet, where you can find tier 3 stuff. You got tier 1 and 2 in here, well, regular core, and then tier 2 CPU, and then tier 3 CPU you can find on your quarantine planet, although I don't know if that applies for hover vessel. I know you can find the capital vessel and base stuff. You're gonna have to look into that for that. But anyway, so as a medic, I'm limited to tier 2 CPU for a while. And so that, or that, because I don't need those anymore. I can get everything in our garden. Of course, that also means that my CV is going to be limited to tier 1, and I can only find the tier 1 CPU stuff in space or on the moon. So that's one thing we're going to have to... That junk storage drone stuck again. Yeah, looks like he's stuck again. What happens a lot is that when I get out of render range, the dot will start moving, because it doesn't actually take into account the position of the actual CV until you get within render range. So, but let's go ahead and take the this. There. And then okay, that'll work. That's let's take the hover vessel out on a trip. Okay, so I need to have a goal in mind for this trip, and actually with my to-do list I can go ahead and get rid of that because that is completed. So what I think I'm going to do is I want to my next goal is to get a larger small vessel and be able to go into space and do things. Let's see. With my medical missions, antibiotic defense, anti-radiation. Got the antibiotics already done. Can I do the others? Requires 4 of each. I don't know if I'll be able to do 4 of each. Where are my mushrooms? Mushrooms are here. Steady moss scraping require 1 mushroom. I should be able to do all 4. So let's get those done, and then we'll worry about the rest of it. But my next technical goal, like I was saying, is to get a larger small vessel, be able to go into space and travel around the in space orbit to get more stuff. And then I'm going to work on getting that capital vessel, wherever it is. Wreckage CV out there. And getting that capital vessel back over here and building it. I'll probably put like a little landing platform area out over there and start building out on it. Getting it all repaired up and then building out on it. I'll probably get it into a small-ish CV and then small warp capable with some storage is pretty much all that I'll need. And then I'll probably end up heading probably to Europea, which is right nearby. Just because it's the closest and will use the least amount of pentaxid. And I'm going to try to find a larger capital vessel in orbit around that or on the planet's surface that we can repair. Anti-toxic ointments are done. See, with just the medical mission, the only thing that's going to actually require me to leave my home planet is when it sends us out here to Arizona. And that'll be medical rank 5. But once I complete medical rank 3, I'm going to be on rank 1. Once I complete medical rank 3, I'll be able to take the a lot of stuff. Let's get crafted. I think I need to remove something. I think the end of rank 1 tells me to gather the stuff for rank 2, and I need to change that up a bit. Because I would have it so that you would have to gather the ingredients for all this first and then build it. But I changed it so you just have to build things. And I need to make sure that it specifies small health packs. Because right now it does not. So health packs and ill. So right. Oh, I also need to unlock that. Could unlock that, but I don't need it yet. So it's 10, 4, and 4. I don't have enough mushrooms to make all of them. Got 2 confetti moss scraping, and 1 mushroom makes 3 scraping. Well, 6, 12, 18. That means I can do 20 moss scraping worth 4, 8, 12, 6. I should be able to do it. And then the alien thorn. Yeah, that's the problem. Herbal leaves, I've got. Herbal leaves, I've got. Tooth, I've got. Alien parts, I've got. And then additional mushrooms. 4, 8, 12, 16 plus 4 is 20. I've got just enough. Maybe. No, I'll need more mushrooms. So, in any case, if I'm going to make 10, I'm going to need more thorn. And to make the thorn, I need nitrocellulose and acid. So, or elemental pentaxid. So, let's make nitrocellulose, elemental pentaxid. I'm just going to tell it to make 2 elemental pentaxid, right? So, all right, and now I should be good because it'll make the thorns now. So 10. We'll see. We'll see. I might need some more mushrooms, but it should make up all those. Now, I don't know how far this will continue, so this is actually going to be a little bit of a test. I think what I want to do, because I've got a large amount of those and a large amount of this, I am actually going to go around and buy more medical scrap and engineering scrap from the various trade things, but I'm going to go in here, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult. So let's see, that's waypoint remove 1, right? And then waypoint remove 2. Waypoint remove 3. Waypoint remove 4. And I'm missing 1, 2. There might be one in here I'm going to have to scout out and down there. Okay, I think that's it. I swore there was another one somewhere, the northern-ish here that I went to, but maybe not. Maybe it was this one when I was heading to that one that I found. So in any case, I'm gonna go ahead. Flight system's on, even though we're not really flying. I do call it flight system. On out. Up. Yeah, I need to get rid of that. Alright. And let's disconnect from the junk. Actually, I'll stay connected to the junk storage. Let's go and do input here. This shouldn't take too long. And if I run across some things that may be worth salvaging, I will salvage them. But now, salvage yard 1. And I believe I have all the salvage yards marked so you can see where they are. I just needed to put the 1, 2, 4, etc. This I have run across several times, that error. I cannot for the life of me figure out what's causing it, because as you can see right now, there's no creatures, no entity, nothing in the general vicinity. It seems to happen occasionally, maybe when something's supposed to try to spawn in and doesn't, but that doesn't tell me what it is. And it doesn't happen a lot, but it happens almost regardless of like my height, my flight height, or anything. So that's something I am aware of, that I am constantly trying to figure out and fix, but I have not yet been able to determine exactly what the cause of it. Alright, we're coming upon the first salvage yard here. Right? Have you stocked you have. Very nice. Okay. 5. Right. Like on. Turn around. Salvage yard 2. Alright, we're coming upon the second salvage yard. But also have restock medical scrap. And I do realize I forgot to buy the engineering scrap at the other place. It shouldn't be that big of a deal because I got a whole lot of it anyway. But I will check back. Salvage yard 3 is out this way. Try to avoid that area if I can. That's a bunch of predatory talent. Sometime, maybe not soon, but sometime within the next little while, the next few episodes, maybe, I'm gonna want to go and try to raid some of the predatory talent, get some stuff. Alright, we have a crashed shuttle POI right here that's just the base starter. This is the same design of wreckage that the CV is, except the CV doesn't have all these wooden planks and whatnot. It's just sitting on the ground. It's not held up by little post thing, whatnot. Not going to help very much. And this is what I get. That. Okay, well, that's good. Got a little bit of oxygen. And we're right over here near the third salvage yard. Okay, going from the third to the fourth one's going to be a little tricky. Because I've got those rocks in my way. I might have to track around the rock. What do you have? Medical scrap. Engineering scrap. 11. All right. Okay. Check out what some of these little pink are. Okay, here's another Rhino freighter. And this is what I'm considering salvaging for purposes of as a cargo SV. And the reason for that, it's got 4,700 here. It's got in here. It's got 9,600 there. It's got 27,000 over here. And then back here, it's got 15,000 and 30,000. So it's got multiple large cargo bays, in addition to ammo repositories and multiple locations where you can add turrets to the side of it. It is going to require a higher CPU because right now its CPU is at 26,526, which puts it into tier 3 category. So it's not going to be something we're going to need to be able to take right away until we can get tier 3 CPU capability. But I do think I want to mark this one, and then we can use the other one for parts to repair this one up. All it's really missing are some thrusters on each side and on the top. And that's it. I think generators and fuel tanks, maybe. Don't do that to me. It's missing just a generator. Obviously, it's got fuel tanks. You can see them right there. And this in here is the engineering area. It actually has room in here to put a warp drive. 3 by 2 by 5 right here in the middle. And then you can put generators and such all along the bottom here and in the middle between all these if you want. And you can put the extenders here as well. I think doesn't have any extenders at the moment. No, it doesn't. But I think somewhere in here there's actually a place for an extender that's just a place that you can't get to. I think inside this, where we might have to dig through the walls to get to where the extenders are supposed to go. Or maybe it's... Actually, no, I think it may be... Ah! Really? Really? You're going to do that to me? Alright, this is the only instance where I use the command console in survival, when I get stuck. But no, right in here is where you can put, you can put the CPU extenders and whatnot. Now the downside to this is, as you can see, most of it is repository extension, which means that if you get a hole blown, a lot of it's going to be blowing up. But there's, more than enough room in here where if you wanted, you could add a shield generator and not have to worry too much about that. And you've got a couple of hard points here for manual weapons, but not a whole lot, just these two, because the reverse thrust is supposed to go up in those. So you can put the two manual weapons, probably homing rocket launchers, so you can take out drones. And then you've got ammo repository on each side, so you've got separated ammo repositories, so that if one ammo repository gets blown out, the other side won't. But the ammo repositories, as you can see, are actually surrounded by, I believe that's just regular steel. Yeah. But it's a great hauling vessel, and it's one that I designed a while back, modeled it after a ship from the old Freelancer Microsoft game. And one of my favorite games of all time, by the way. But it's a really neat design. It's just 100% intended for cargo hauling. So this would be the vessel that we put inside our capital vessel to go down to planets to pick things up that that a normal, to basically to loot POIs with after we've already raided them. And so we probably won't be getting one of these for a while. We'll probably already have the capability to make at least tier 2, if not tier 3 CPU extenders by the time we get to that. That'll be a larger capital vessel goal. All right, let's continue on to Salvage Yard 4. All right, so while we're out here in this pollution source area, I think I'm going to want to go down and gather up some more oil shale and taxes. Just discovering the fuel tanks. Discover fuel tanks, you actually just have to go right over top of them at water level, and it'll discover them if you're looking down at them. Sometimes it discovers them even if you're not looking down at them. But I can see there's a lot of good rocks here in this area, so I'm going to just come on down. Let me lower down. Okay. just come down here under the water. See how far under I've gone. There we go. Now, I should be range of this. Structure input, connect. Go ahead and move some of this stuff over to there. Alright. Now, I can start gathering. These are some big rocks, so they should give us a good amount. Although their health isn't very high, so they're probably not poor. They're probably not the best for gathering things. The higher the hit points on these rocks, the more stuff you get. Alright, so I have gathered a large amount of stuff, comparatively. I've got 38 oil shale, 48, whatchamacallit, 48 pentaxid. Those spoiled whatever they were that I picked. I know what those were. Don't spoil. Weird. Pick something spoiled or put something in there that's spoiled. In any case, continuing on to Salvage Yard 4, and there is a crashed capital vessel there. Yes, I know. I have just decided to leave it alone for the moment, as I am not currently working on capital vessel. So over on the left over here, you can see it right there, is one of the two largest mountains on the planet. Got going through that barrier sometimes shuts off your hovering. We've got this snow-capped one here. We've got that one there, and then one area down here and there. A little bit there. But this one that we're going past here is the one that I've been the closest to. I flew over top of it as right through here as I was coming to here before, and I'm considering going up to the top of there and putting a more permanent base up there, possibly building it into the mountain rather than what we've got as a exposed surface. If I were to do that, I would have to have a reason to make a more base in this system. Because the ultimate goal of Star Salvage is to have a mobile capital vessel base. So I may not do that. You see, I like doing that in traditional vanilla Star Salvage or vanilla Empyrion, but there's really not much of a point in Star Salvage for having a permanent base. Which is why you'll notice a lot of the really cool stuff, a lot of the new stuff. Oh, yeah. Thank you. A lot of the, stuff in the engineering in here, all the experimental technology stuff, it's all capital vessel based. And that's because with Star Salvage, whether or not you're playing storyline, I want players to be encouraged to explore the galaxy and not just hole up in a system and go to the nearby system, just have a small nearby system thing. A major exploration thing is sort of what I'm going for as the creator of Star Salvage. And especially when it comes to eventually going to the Outer Rim, exploring the Cursed Expanse, and beyond. So, all right, flight systems on. We have gone to all of the things. I think I'm gonna take one last look at the salvage yard here. And as you can see, the storage drone has moved off from our starting location down here and ended up here somewhere. So anyway, so I think I'm gonna head towards this salvage yard over here, which I think one there that's 11 kilometers away. And I'm gonna see if I can get the engineering components. It may have refreshed its inventory by the time we get there. And so that would provide me with the opportunity for potential infinite loops around the planet going with the hover vessel to get more and more exploratory or engineering and medical crap. So once I get over there, I'm going to get last engineering components and whatever medical components it may have stocked, and then we're gonna head back to our base. All right, we're over here back at this first salvage yard. Go ahead in that direction. It has not restocked, but 23 engineering components are going to be nice. All right. Now we can head on back to our base. All right, we're back over here at the base, and I've got just enough stuff to make the first one. I've got about 2/3 the stuff that I'll need to make the second one. I went ahead and I planted these just now, and I picked some more of these that had regrown. Okay, so I think actually at the moment I'm not going to need another small vessel. I am going to want to start working on the capital vessel. But I think what I want to do towards that end is I'm definitely going to need to make it a tier 2 CPU capital vessel. What is our less than a day? Okay. So I'm going to need to make it a tier 2 CPU capital vessel. Where's drone back over here? Here. Yeah, there he is. Because we saw him up here earlier, and now he's back down here. Very weird. But in any case, so I think what I'm gonna do, the last couple of things I want to do today, I'm gonna recover this wreckage CD, bring him back over here, put him on a platform to repair. I don't know if I want to do it in my line for the garage there to get out to there. I might do it out on that side, up on that hill area. Possibly even, I may even just do it like right over here. Put a large flattened out area here, and have it connected to the base here, so I can get rid of this and go out that way. Sort of like I've got this going out to that. That being said, one thing I do want to junk storage output. I have 4 of these. I forgot I had one back here that got blown up in a drone base attack. It was a troop transport attack, and it got blown out by the troops before I had a chance to kill them. So I could put this here. No, you don't want me to put you underground there? Wouldn't be a bad place. Oh, come on. There. Now, fill in this. Have a drill to do so. And then I'll put this here. I guess the others out front wouldn't be a bad idea. All right. Maybe I ought to re-add the filler tool as just a tool of its own. Filler flattener. I don't know. Why not just have concrete blocks everywhere? I'm gonna have to start making a lot of concrete anyway. So, you just start ungodly amounts of concrete. Use up all that we have. Uh, go ahead and okay. The other thing that I want to do, and I'll probably do it while I'm waiting for this, going close off, shut you down. What I want to do is go into space and see if I can salvage a tier 2 CPU for this. So while this is making the concrete pad, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to take this into space. Less than a day, so when I get back, we may have a drone base attack. But for now, we're going to take our first trip into space. Oh, and I want to name my ship. Right now, it's basically just, I believe, the Blue Dart, which is a stock blueprint. If I'm not mistaken, it's the C8, not even CH lab. Blue Dart. That's pretty much what it is. It's just designed, and it was the H thing, I believe. Looking at this, I think this is the design, minus a few minor changes to it. So I think I am going to rename this the Junkyard. And I'm probably going to end up retexturing it to my junky brown color. I might change the blue to the junky brown and white and just change the texture to the junky texture. So we've got a lot of things here. Looks like something noticed. And there are some things that are alerted to my presence, possibly drones, that I just did not see. Right now, I'm not seeing a defensive structure on the interior of this junkyard. Nope, there is one. I don't know why it's white color, but it says Zirax Junkyard. Did I take some hits? I didn't realize that. Got a bunch of Zirax drones here. Alright, well, I guess my goal now is going to be to avoid these Zirax drones. I do see the Leo. out there. And I may end up going to it if I can shake these drones. I know the drones will probably continuously follow me, but if I can get to a junkyard with an ISI or Polaris defense, they should help me out. The Polaris may not. I don't think the Polaris are hostile to the Zirax, but if I can find the ISI base, it, at the very least, should help me out. And I think this is it right over here. So if I come over here... Okay, very good, very good. And then... come into here. Even though the Zirax are tracking me, I should be able... to defend and have the station help me defend. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Ah! That's what I meant. Actually, you need to stay on. Let me turn those off. Light systems off. I'm just glad that the that this guy wasn't there. Yeah, they're just annihilating the drones as they come into the... Very good. Very good. All right. Teleporter. Okay, so you guys may have noticed there's, of course, the main teleporter. And we can go back and forth between the trading station if we get our reputation good enough with both Polaris and the ISI. But there's always this teleporter over here that when you get on it, it says not yet operational. And there's no teleport target set. So here's what that teleporter is for. When the scenario has fleshed out the mid game, as I'm calling it, which will take place after all of the rank 10 mission. I will be adding an ISI territory in space. That territory will be located somewhere right around here between Zirax, Polaris, and the trader system, somewhere in this area. It's not going to be very big, but it's where ISI is going to have its home world, which won't really be a home world so much as a home junkyard. And its primary station will be there. And that's where you're going to go to get ISI missions and to start off the mid-game. And doing missions in the mid-game is where this guy comes in handy. Oh, his thing's not set up right. I can fix that. Hold on. Let me first... Actually, turn it back. Reward shop salvage tokens start. There's an error in that. So give me 1 second. All right, I got it fixed. So the problem was a semicolon. Anyway, greetings, Taryn. Would you like to exchange salvage tokens for some nice ISI equipment? What are salvage tokens? Salvage tokens are a special currency distributed by ISI to our best scrappers for completing missions that are considered valuable to ISI. When you complete your rank missions for ISI, that they're called salvager rank, you will be given tokens as a reward. There will also be repeatable missions that will reward you ISI the salvage token. What do you have to exchange? I have a variety of armors, weapons, ship devices. Which are you interested in? Armors. Juggernaut armor, 250 tokens. Zephyr armor, 250 tokens. Juggernaut armor is currently the best defensive armor in the game, but it'll really slow you down. Well, you're basically forced to walk. You can't run, you're going slow, but you take very, very, very little damage. And if you've got a massively damaging ranged weapon, let's just say you're a Juggernaut. Anyway, Zephyr armor increases your movement speed to the point where you're nearly the Flash, and it increases your metabolism, causing your food to go down much faster. If I had the tokens available, I could actually buy them. Weapons. Breaching shotgun, 25 tokens. A highly powerful shotgun that fires powerful blasts. That fires powerful blasts that can take out nearly any wall. What else do you have? Hold on. I'm gonna go. Never mind. I'll come back. All right. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I have the following items available, and I don't know why it has double semicolon. I'll put that later. Breaching shotgun, 25 tokens. A highly powerful shotgun that fires a very powerful blasts that can take out nearly any wall or door with a single shot, or 2 at most. Note, the recipe for breaching shotgun shells is included with this purchase. Converted Gatling gun. A Gatling gun for a small vessel that's been converted to a handheld weapon. High-powered assault rifle. An assault rifle modified to use 15mm ammunition, this powerful weapon can break through even walls and reinforced doors. And then finally, ship devices. Pentaxid compression tank. A Starship pentaxid fuel tank that compresses stored pentaxid to utilize the most space possible. Can hold 3 times the amount of pentaxid as a normal fuel tank. Refurbished furnace. This furnace has been reconfigured to function on a starship rather than a base. Powered core tier 2 and the enhanced core tier 3. Starship core acts as a generator that's capable of powering most small to medium starships all by itself. The enhanced core is capable of powering medium-sized starships, but also increases the available CPU of a starship by 500,000. Reinforced core, tier 2, and fortification core, tier 3. Starship core is reinforced with titanium, making it tougher than a regular core. This starship core is not only reinforced with sathium, making it severely tougher than a regular core, but also increases the shield capacity of the starship's shield generator by 20,000. So if I had enough tokens, I could buy those things from him. And I'm continuously adding more things to this shop. So as I create more things, like a couple of things that will be added to the shop will be small vessel related. I've got a lot of capital vessel related stuff, but I plan on adding a small vessel large constructor and a small vessel food processor, so you can do a lot more of the medical stuff and all with that, and you'll actually have a large constructor. I will not be doing an advanced constructor for the small vessel, but that's just because it wouldn't make money. All right, major salvage. While I'm here, give me all medical and engineering scrap please. Thank you. And minor salvage, would you please do the same? Yay. Okay. Oh, that's where the planet is. So yeah, this guy is going to be the salvage token trader. You'll find him at any ISI base or space station, apart from the small salvage yards. Larger bases on the planet, which don't exist yet, and space stations will have the salvage token trader. I can pick these, but I don't want my reputation to go down. Hello, Aunt Mary's. Show me your offer. I don't really stuff. Hello, advanced talent. I like how they look at you. Talent citizen. Interesting. What are you doing up there? I know, the spawn pad for him is upside down. This guy... right now you can't talk, but, he's the station administrator, and, or station, call him the administrator? Administrator, yeah. And I don't remember what my plans for him were going to be. What crew do you have? I could buy a shield tech if I sold just a couple more things. Market Cafe. Show me your offer. Eventually, I'm going to reactivate this guy, give him his conversation, and let people play blackjack, or whatever it's called that they have him play. You're off. Alright, very nice. So, now that I am on this station, I should be able to go out and find what I need in this junk. So what I'm looking for are these with a tier 1 capital vessel CPU extender in them. My environmental, or my thing does not seem to be working for some reason. My survival augment should be regulating my body temperature. Alright, let me get back over here to the station. I will... What's up with that? I know. I'll get all that taken care of. Can't use medical. Or the oxygen. I need to make it where you can use the oxygen. Alright, let me... What is up with survival augment not functioning properly? I had it functioning properly at one point, or at least first one. So, hold on one second. I'm going to do some testing, and I'll be back. Alright, I think I have it fixed. So now, 24, 3, 24, 25, okay. My body temperature is now stabilizing while I am in space. Very nice. So, now we can continue our search. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on each one and rename it as I figure out what's in it, so I don't have to worry about repeating the one. So if I look at this, there's a core in there already. So actually, I should be able to just this. Ah, I could have just salvaged that and not wasted. And then I'll just go empty for that. Now I can go to each base junk and what's in it and rename it. So like this one is also empty. What? Oh, I have a. Why do I? And then you are empty. We come down close to my ship and stuff. And that, that. That. Don't need that. Grid power is off. I'm gonna go ahead and put it away. Why do I? Oh, I picked those off of. What? Weird. Before I throw those into the. But anyway, all right. So continuing on with our space junk search. Okay, I found one with a base CPU extender. That's not what I wanted, but that's what I was afraid of. Pick it up at all. How much does a base CPU extender volume? Probably the same as this 800S. Okay, so not gonna have enough regardless of what I do. How long are you gonna be there? Minutes. Might be able to come back for minutes. Let's. Where is space station? Here. Let's see if I can get to my ship and then back to that within minutes. It shouldn't be that big of a problem. Scout vessel is right here. Oh, oh. Right. Out. And it's right for here, I believe. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Empty. Now, looking at all of the things, all of pretty much. So there aren't going to be any more. Oh, there's one more out over. This one's just empty. This one also empty. Okay. Alright, I don't see more ejected computers that I haven't already looked at, so that's all of them in this junkyard. That means I'm gonna have to find another junkyard search to get a capital vessel thing. I think we'll save that for later. For now, let's go check out the UES Leo. Actually, I think we'll save the UES Leo for next time, because we're a little bit short on time. So next time we're going to go check out the UES Leo. I'm going to hold on to this base extender in case the base we have on the planet needs it. I might even go ahead and throw it down somewhere. But for now, I'm going to head back to base. I'm going to say that's going to be it for this episode. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Where's my... Here. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival Star Salvage, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.